So I realized I've never shown you guys the actual studio before. This is where all the magic happens. This is where all the filming's done. This is where the meetings are held for potential clients, if they're local, and also for our team. And this is where a lot of the stuff's recorded. I recorded Bar Talk and Coffee in here. We record Hustle Season in here. So I want to show you around a little bit. This is where the whiteboard, which is super magical, this is where all the magic happens. My creative brain goes into hyperdrive mode when I'm on this whiteboard. I can literally listen to someone and I can say, this is what I want to do. And I can go to this board and it's like magic happens. Literally magic happens. But what I love about this space right here is there's a lot of things that matter to me. For example, there's a yellow vase that's in the corner there, which was my grandma's, and she passed away, and so I keep that super near and dear to my heart. It's always here. It's in a lot of my videos because it's just a little piece of her that I can think about because she's no longer here. This is the sofa. Our landlord actually gave us the sofa, but this right here is really interesting because we have the white backdrop that comes down. It's about 6 feet long. My partner actually built that, and he built the whiteboard. And this is where we do a lot of the photo shoots for myself, for clients, for products that our clients have. The black backdrop right there, it's the wooden piece that actually comes into play when we want to do some darker images. And so this is kind of the design area, a little bit of the design studio. This is really one of my favorite corners because we have our director chairs, which I absolutely love. A lot of people love to sit in these chairs. You do feel like you're a director. I've shot a lot of these Bar Talk and Coffee videos in our director chairs. So I'm really happy about these. Actually, I didn't buy these. My partner Nate bought these. He did a lot in here, which is pretty cool. I did the basic stuff, but he did a lot more. One of my favorite paintings ever on the planet, my brother did this painting. He's an artist, he's phenomenal. And he gave me this on Christmas. He said, this looks like you. This has to go in your company space. I'm like, okay, bro. And he was right. It actually does. When I'm in here, I'm like, okay, greatness. I gotta do more. I have to do more. Work, W-O-R-K, also known as Hustle Season.
Have no fear, still here. No fear, still here. Have no fear, still here. No fear, still here.
So there's a lot of amazing things that happen with what I do, the business model that we have. There's a lot of benefits, there's a lot of perks, a lot of fun things that take place. But what people don't understand is the amount of intensity and the amount of work that has to go into making what we do work. I mean, it's so important to understand what goes on behind any successful individual, the glitz, the glamour, what goes on behind that. Because that journey is what got them there. And if we negate the fact that there's real work that you have to put in to be successful, then you have a lack of understanding when it comes to what it takes to actually build a business, to build a brand, to be an entrepreneur. The stress levels of being an entrepreneur are extremely high. And I want to make that very clear. We, media, even social media, we glorify and we highlight a lot of entrepreneurs and their success stories and the private jets and the Rolls Royce, and there's a glorification of a successful entrepreneur, a successful business owner. And we see the glitz and glamour that's attached to that. And I think it's important to understand that that's great to look back on that and say, you know, I did that. Because the amount of work it takes to attain that, you want to show it off. You want the media's attention. But I think it's important to highlight the actual work, the actual journey, because entrepreneurship is hard. And you may see me here and there and everywhere else, but at the end of the day, when I'm done meeting people, when I'm done meeting with a business owner, when I'm done being in Napa or Sonoma, that's where our work really gets intensified because we have to deliver on what we say we're going to do. That's the hard part. So while we all kind of look at success as this interesting thing because social media kind of makes things a little bit more heightened. If you have a nice car, 10,000 more people know about it than if you didn't have social media. So if there's more heightened, I think there's a euphoric aspect to this. And social media has heightened it. But for me, I know what it really takes to be in the trenches every single day, putting in the work. And so what you're seeing is that. You're seeing me put in the grind, the time, the team doing it, the vision, the execution. And for me, it's really important to showcase and highlight what the hustle does look like, so that way the truth is there. Because if you don't have truth, you have a false sense of lies. And I think one of the issues that I've seen even recently is a lot of people think that being successful is easy and it happens overnight. And that is the furthest from the case. My best friend Talia told me, she sent me a picture and it said it takes 10 years for one idea to change your life. 10 years. And so if you understand the journey and how long it takes to actually be successful, I think you'll have a better understanding of entrepreneurship. I really do. There is so much randomness in what I do. And I think it's important that if you want to be an entrepreneur or you're starting out and you're launching a company, within the first couple years, especially the first phase, I should say, it is complete randomness because everything has potential. This client has potential to upgrade their services. This business owner has potential to be a client. This meeting has the potential to turn into a $120,000 contract. And you can't scale a business without attacking the potential of everything within your first couple phases. Now, when you start to elevate, you'll then have a nice schedule. But for the most part, especially our first year, which is the first year in business, I have to meet everybody. That's my mindset when I wake up, 120%. If you can give 120% every day, then your goals are bound to happen. And then part of that 120% is literally shaking hands and meeting with everyone. I don't care if it takes a week, a month, a year, but everyone, I need to know who you are, who you are, who you are. And the reason why that's so important is because that can turn into the biggest deal possible that can then fund the next phase of your company.
Have no fear, still here. No fear, still here. Have no fear, still here. No fear, still here.
This is just fun because it's my director. Take action. I learned a little bit from Matt about why directors and filmmakers use that. They use this to do sound check.
How?
Because when they do take, when the level spikes, that's when they actually connect the audio and the video. Was that a good explanation? That's pretty decent.